Raleigh's roast. Raleigh's roast. Raleigh's roast. Here we are again, my friends. We're going to try some coffee. We're going to talk about high school, which is one of my favorite topics. I loved high school. And funny stories that happened in high school because people ask about what my life was like growing up. So we're going to talk about that today on what?
Raleigh's roast.
La da 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 da.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Man, if people thought we were cool before this, it's now over. Nick, dude, how are you doing, man? How are you
That
doing?
was so forced.
No, here it is.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
No, you got to keep that in there because that was good. Nick, how are you doing, man? What's up?
I'm good.
You're good?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
I wish that either way, I need to get back out on the road.
As of this taping, we are still quarantined. We are trying to get a lot of good things done while we are quarantined. Nick has been taking his precautions.
Yep.
I have been taking my precautions. I haven't. You're the first human I've seen in like 30 days.
That's probably not
It's
true.
not true at all.
But
however,
what I would like to say is there is a part of we wouldn't be in the industry that we are in if there wasn't a part of us that enjoyed traveling and being out and meeting people, right?
Yeah.
And so now that that's not been a thing for a while, I miss it.
me too. Human beings, man.
It's still
human
a-
beings. Human beings. We want what we can't have. And as soon as you get out on the road, you start missing home. And then as soon as you're not, you can't be on the road. You miss the road, and it's hard. We're in a hard spot right now for the entertainment industry. But we come bearing gifts of entertainment. Even thank God we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter. We have
Unless all that goes down before this releases.
unless all this goes down before this goes releases, and then honestly, every man for themselves, and screw you all.
Good thing. So you should refer back to the last podcast where I told you what you should get. Get yourself an Uber driver.
Yep. No, get yourself some Chef Boyardee and hide in
No.
a cave somewhere.
No, fishing pole, Uber driver, Garth Brooks.
Listen, who knows how this is all going to shake out? But today, here's what we're doing. We're going to try some coffee. We got a very interesting special today
We have McDonald's,
from
and also McDonald's.
McDonald's from Keurig.
Keurig.
So we're going to see if we can taste the difference between McDonald's and McDonald's from a Keurig cup.
Yes.
So we try A?
Let's go ahead. Let's do it.
Cheers.
Which one's A?
A. No, that's B.
That is B.
A. Here we go. Cheers.
Corona, cheers.
Okay.
It's got a familiar. It tastes familiar.
Tastes familiar. I'm going to give it a nice familiar 3.
You're brutal.
I dabble. I've had very good coffee in my day. So I've got high standards. So, yeah.
I will say that I'm going to give that one a 4.
Okay. Oh, you liked it better than me. Is that the first time you've ever liked something better than me?
Probably.
Look at Nick.
Maybe.
Look at Nicky Poo.
No, I tend to like
at
the
you.
lesser ones more than you because I can't tell as big of a difference.
Right. So I said 4, you said 3. Let's try B.
Corona, cheers.
Cheers. Don't touch me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know why this one was familiar.
Why?
Because it's just got that classic, has been probably maybe sitting out for a little bit taste to it. So I probably know which one is which. I'm going to give this one a 6.
Ooh.
So 4 and a 6.
I gave one a 3, and I'm going to give the other a 4.
So you didn't like either one of them? very
No, I didn't. I did not, and sorry, Ronald.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald, there's no chance I'm ever going to get a sponsorship from you anyways.
Did you know that
Ronald, I'm just going to tell you like it is. You didn't make me smile like you're supposed to.
in Australia, they call McDonald's Macca's.
Really?
Did you know that? I knew that. Macca's.
Man, everybody has I have fond memories of McDonald's
Macca's.
from when I was a kid.
Yeah, the little play place that
Like-
you didn't realize. Maybe that's where coronavirus came from.
Probably the chicken nuggets.
The play place.
All right, today we're talking about high school stories. People ask me this a lot. They ask a lot about my upbringing and things of that nature. And someone asked something that prompted the other day about a story from my high school. But high school was a hard time
Well,
for everyone. Why do you think high school is so hard for people?
it wasn't hard
For
for
everyone,
me.
including me.
It wasn't hard for me.
Really? How does it feel to be sinless? Is it hard?
Sinless. I was fairly popular in high school, and also
All right, cool. Can we put on some boo music?
Boo.
Can we just boo Nick really quick?
I was fairly popular in high school. Everyone knew me, but then also I figured out how to not do very much work.
I did that also.
Yeah. So I had a good time.
No, but it has nothing to do for me with the popularity. I feel like most people are insecure, especially in high school at that age, unless like you somehow hit the genetic lottery and like your prefrontal cortex has somehow developed quicker, like females it does. But like I feel like high school is such a hard time because people are finding themselves and like their highest aim, my highest aim and everybody's highest aim was like to fit in.
Right.
So I feel like it's a really hard time. Where did you go to high school?
I went to Owensboro Catholic High. That's right. I'm a private school baby.
Boo! We're just gonna have boos. I would like the audio, Nick. When you boo, can you boo yourself when you edit the audio?
I can.
Perfect.
But I'm not gonna.
I went to Princeton High School in Cincinnati,
Okay.
Ohio.
The Marching Princes.
We were a very diverse school.
Okay.
Amazing school.
Yeah.
I was, I think, the only white kid on the basketball team.
Right.
There's a funny picture, and I'm going to send you that picture
Great.
right now.
Ding.
I was the sixth man on the basketball team.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that.
Oh.
The starting five of my high school basketball team was really good,
Yeah.
and they all went Division I. One of them played at Ohio State. One of them played at Charleston.
Wow.
They all went Division I.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're all really good. And I was the sixth man, but I was like the defensive guy.
Yeah.
Like the box out, like nobody's gonna push me around.
Uh-huh.
But one of the worst things that happened to me in high school,
Okay.
which is funny, I was also the class clown. So one of the worst things that happened to me in high school was we played a game on ESPN, and we were playing a guy named Samardo Samuel in Louisville. So Samardo's in the NBA now, but he ended up in high school. He played at a school in New Jersey, and we met for his showcase game in Louisville. So our team played his team, and he's 6'9". I'm 6'4", but he was 6'9" and just massive, just stout. Like looked like Karl Malone, but he was like 18 years old. Like he was huge. And I made the paper, the Louisville paper, because there was a picture of not Karl Malone, but Samardo Samuel dunking on me, and I'm just like looking up at him, like this, and he's like, ah.
That's great, though.
And so that's one of the memories from high school that I won't ever forget. But that reminded me, wasn't there a story that you have from
Yes.
high school about you in sports?
Yes.
Do you want to tell it?
Well, I never liked sports, so I'm gonna preface the story with I played 3 years of Pee Wee baseball, and that was it. And a lot of kids, I feel like they start in Pee Wee, then they do or like T-ball Pee Wee, then they do like minor or major and what
Yeah.
baseball. Well, I remember showing up like in my 3rd year of Pee Wee baseball, and I'm just like, Mom, Dad, I don't like this. Like, I don't want to do this. And my dad, it broke his heart because my dad played in high school. He played baseball, and that broke his heart because he liked baseball. And I enjoy watching it. I enjoy the sport. But I was like, Mom, Dad, I don't want to do this. So that's my relationship. With sports. Preface. Enter high school, where it was my freshman year. And for some reason, me and my best friend, Reed, who sent us Urbana coffee.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
We did everything together, and
Yeah.
we were like, hey, we don't do sports, because he was also a musician. We were like, we don't do sports, but he was actually fit. I was always like a bigger guy. He was like, we don't do sports. Let's do sports. And I was like, what? Huh? And he was like, tennis. So we joined the tennis team.
Do we have video?
I hope not.
Bro, please.
I hope not. And it's so if you don't know, tennis starts in the wintertime, so it's awful. It's cold outside. You're breathing in cold air.
Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible. And I was so bad. And they had to, like, part of the reason why we did it is because they needed people.
Yeah.
Like they had, because like you have to have a certain amount, and we were like a private school, so we were smaller anyway.
Right.
So you had to have like a certain number of people. So me and Reed were on the tennis team, and we had to actually play a ranked match. Like at some point during the season.
Oh my gosh.
We had to, and Reed wasn't awful. Like if he had stuck with it, he probably would have been like, pretty okay. But like, so I ended up, so this is my high school sports story. I'm playing tennis, have no idea what I'm doing. I could barely hit the dang ball. And and the coach had to put me in.
Yeah.
And then like there was another kid that was like almost as bad as me on the other team. And we went in, and dude, I didn't score a single point. I
love it.
I brought the team average down so hard.
I love it. That's good. That's good. That's funny.
No.
That reminds me of a time when I lost so bad at something in high school.
Yeah.
I was dating a girl in high school, and we went home to her house, all of our friends, and we went home to their place for like some festival, and we got into a cornhole tournament, and I am a known good cornhole player. I love cornhole. I love it. It's one of my favorite sports, if you call it a sport. But anyways, we got into a tournament. What we didn't know is that there was a touring RV, two guys who were worldwide ranked, number 1 and 4 cornhole players in the world. And they traveled in an RV from tournament to tournament to tournament. That is how they made their living. And come to find that, let me set the scene for a second. Dude gets out of his RV. He's wearing jorts, jean shorts, and a Dale Earnhardt T-shirt.
Of course.
And he's the number 1 player in the world.
Yeah, right.
The number 4 player in the world is his son, who is, no joke, 11 years old.
Wow.
At the time. And that dude, and I had to go against his son.
Right.
And have you ever been beaten by an 11-year-old at cornhole who didn't miss one bag? And you just look up at the girl that you're dating and go, I get it. I get why this didn't work. That's going to be a sound bit, dang it. Losing to an 11-year-old in cornhole.
Yeah.
And then he goes over to his Capri Suns.
Losing your girlfriend.
And his orange slices
to an 11-year-old.
That his mommy prepared for him.
That's gonna be the name of the clip. Losing your girlfriend to an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
at cornhole
for sure. But like, okay, so like I liked high school a lot.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you go to prom?
I did.
Tell me that story. You just kind of did, but.
Well, okay, that's part of this story that I have here.
Okay, great.
But I'm not proud of this, but people want to know. So I was a bit of a player.
Oh.
And I'm sorry for this now. I don't condone it.
Raw word. That's the name that I use whenever you're in trouble.
So there was 3 girls that I was kind of talking to.
Raw word.
I don't know if we're gonna put this in there or not. We probably shouldn't.
Is it one? Did you write it down?
I did.
Let me read it.
Okay.
Where's it at?
I was dating 3 girls at the same time.
Did they know?
They found out when I went to prom with one of them.
Oh, that's funny. Let's go.
Okay, so I was a bit of a player. It was a really rough patch in my life. I had been I had been cheated on by one girl, so I was a little down and out on the females at the time.
Right.
So I was kind of talking to / exclusively dating 3 different girls.
Which is to say, not exclusive.
Which is to say, not exclusive. I was exclusive with each of them in their own minds. Oh. I'm not proud of this. Once again, do not come after me, internet.
You're in high school.
I'm in high school. Come on.
That was what, 25
years
ago?
But listen, I was dumb. Yeah, it was 74 years ago. Listen, okay. So I went to prom with one of them.
Yeah.
And the other 2 found out. Because they were at home and their friends, like, what was I thinking? Did I think that, like, their friends weren't going to be at prom and tell them?
Yeah. Question.
It was at a different school than mine.
Was
it
it
was
really?
not at Princeton. It was a different school. I was dating 3 girls from a different school, but they all went to the same school. And I'm not saying that this was a good thing.
Pause.
It's just the truth.
Question. Why did they expect, so they all thought that they were dating you exclusively.
Yes.
Did,
It was a big school. Huge.
okay, but what I'm trying to say is, didn't each of them expect you to go to prom with them?
Right, but I lied. I'm not. You're making this worse.
You're in high, it's okay, you get a pass.
I
You're in
hope.
high school.
We'll see what the internet says, but yeah, the internet.
Let's roast Raleigh.
Let's roast Raleigh. This is Raleigh's roast. I'm telling you, this should be real talk with Raleigh because this is real. This is real embarrassing, is what it is. But no, I mean, but then I got over that phase shortly after because I learned my lesson. And turns out, folks, you shouldn't date 3 people at the same time.
Right. I went to 3 different proms with 3 different girls my junior year.
But they all were okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's tell that story.
Yeah, well, that's way better. That's more wholesome.
I went to 3 different proms with 3 different girls. They were all my female friends.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I had female friends in high school. I still do. And, yeah, I went to prom my sophomore year with my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Who was an upperclassman and could take me. Because only upperclassmen can go to prom. I don't know if that's a...
I can't remember.
Well...
I think you could ask freshmen and sophomores if
Right.
you were a guy.
Oh, only if you were a guy?
I think that's how
That's
it
a
was
little
when I was in
weird.
high school. That was 74 years ago.
Right.
So maybe times have changed.
Times have changed. But I went, and then the next year, I went to 3 different proms with 3 different girls just as friends.
Yeah.
And then, the year after that, didn't go to a single one, not even my own. And I'll tell you that story. I didn't get a date.
Yeah.
And one of my other best friends, Kyle, also didn't get a date. And it's whatever. We weren't concerned. We weren't
Did
like...
you go together?
Well, here's what we did.
Bro.
The theme for that year, I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correctly. The theme that year was the Titanic. And what did the Titanic have?
Rose and Jack.
Right, but also the band.
Oh, yeah.
So what we did is he and I dressed up in period clothes and showed up to prom.
That's
and
good.
We played music in the lobby as people are waiting to get
Do you have
in.
a picture?
Yes, I'll put it
Put
up.
up a picture right now.
Ding. And we played music. He played saxophone because he was a saxophone player, and I played guitar. I accompanied him.
Yeah.
And we played that, and then we went home.
That's good. That's
And
a good story.
and like honestly,
See, that's wholesome.
We had such a good time doing. I think that I had way more of a good time doing that.
Dude, I've got a great story.
Go.
Okay. This is going to get out to the world, so this person's going to find out what I did
Oh.
right now.
Oh no.
I played football in high school with a guy who's now in the NFL,
Okay.
and his name is Spencer Ware. So maybe we'll tag him or whatever, but he plays for the Chiefs.
Okay.
He played for the Seahawks. Now he plays for the Chiefs. He has 2 Super Bowl rings now.
Right. That's 2 more than I have.
That's 2 more than both of us have. But I do have some onion rings. Feel me?
I quit.
I quit
You're
too.
doing
I
this
quit.
by
But
yourself.
listen. Okay,
doing this myself.
Spencer had thick braids. Okay, he had some serious good hair, thick braids, and we would have 2-a-days for football practice in the summers. And in between practices, we would eat peanut butter graham cracker sandwiches. And the peanut butter, no joke, was probably this thick in between a sandwich, huge.
So essentially, you're just eating peanut butter.
You're eating a ton of peanut butter.
Great.
But I was the jokester. Like I said, I was a kind of the class clown. And so I put in our star player's helmet, I opened up the graham cracker thing and I smeared the peanut butter all through his helmet. And it got all through. It got all in his hair and his braids. It was fine. It ended up being fine, but he freaked out. He couldn't figure out what it was, and me and all of my friends knew it was me, and we got super scared for a second because you got to know something about Spencer Ware. The first time he ever tried to bench press 225 as a 15-year-old, he did it 15 times. As a 15-year-old, and he ran a 4.4. So he was a monster.
He's a star.
And so Spencer, just really quick, good thing we got that out.
So wait, he
cleared.
didn't know at the time?
He didn't know. He still doesn't know. He knows now. But Spencer, you're fine, dude. You got that league salary. You're fine.
This is a mini clip, but we're gonna tag him.
Love you, Spencer. which brings me to one more football story.
Go.
So I was a prankster. I was a little prankster. Sorry, but there's a guy named Jake on our team who I was like, at the time, I take things more serious now, but at the time I just thought everything was a joke. I was a rebel, blah, 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 blah. And Jake took football so seriously. Like he was like on time for everything. Not that I wasn't, but he just like loved it and was so into it.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to play a joke on Jake. So listen to this, everybody. We had a clock that determined what we were doing for practice. And it was probably as wide as this table.
Yeah.
It was a clock that said where you needed to go and when you needed to go. If you could not see the clock, you were screwed. You were doomed. Like we couldn't run practice.
Right.
So I knew Jake loved football so much. And I was like, what can I do? So I took the keys to his car, got in his car, and I parked his car right before practice in front of the clock so you couldn't see the clock. And then I put his keys back in his locker. So we're all warming up. No one notices yet. Everyone's out there, and then the coaches, our Coach Leach, start freaking out. He's like, "Whose car is that?"
Yeah.
Ah! And Jake goes, I swear, he screams. He goes, "Ah!" and he runs in the locker room, gets his car in his full pad. Imagine someone in his full pads, in his cleats, runs in his car and gets it.
That's funny.
The next day, I moved his car to a McDonald's parking lot, like a half mile down the road, and he thought someone stole his car. I was, like I said.
That's terrible.
I know, but me and Jake are still good. It was like you're doing it to your buddy. You're not picking on him.
That's funny. I like that. Those are good stories.
Yeah.
I got a real quick car story. I was in marching band. We used to practice on in the parking lot because private school.
Yeah.
We didn't have a whole lot of, facilities or whatever. Yeah. And sometimes people would forget to move their cars, and we'd have to march around the cars.
Oh,
we'd be like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
We'd have to go like, ooh.
Yeah.
It was funny.
That's awesome.
Anyway, okay.
I've got just really quick, a marching band story.
Okay, well, we're getting ready to lose that camera in like 2 minutes, so we probably need to hurry up.
Well, just how long have we gone?
Like 27 minutes.
Okay. Let me get one more.
Go.
Okay. Speaking of marching band.
Okay.
I was never in the marching band,
right.
but one time me and my friend Graham, shout out to Graham Raby, who I was in.
Just pause. So we just lost that.
Right.
So
yeah, that's fine. So me and Graham, the same guy who I was in the rap group with, Queen City Kids.
Yeah.
He also played trombone in high school. So get this. I know this is hilarious.
Okay.
But we, without being asked to, we took our trombones in the middle of a halftime game at a state soccer tournament. No one asked us to do. We just showed up with our instruments, and we started marching in our gym shorts and our muscle shirts on the field in halftime, and everyone was like, "What are they doing?" And we just acted like we were supposed to be there. And we played. Remember that song Laffy Taffy? Bump bump bump, shake that Laffy Taffy. That, and we played that on our trombones, and then everybody in the audience was like cheering for us and stuff, and we weren't supposed to be there, and all the security guards were like on high alert, like, what are they maybe they're supposed to do this,
right? Yeah.
And so that's my only marching band experience.
That
high school. High school, guys, high school was a hard time. I feel like I just told so many awful stories.
No.
But I was a little rebel. Everyone knows that. I write about that in my songs quite often. So now you know. Now you know why I write about the songs that I write about. The inspiration from who I want to be, from who I was to who I want to be.
Hey. That's a song.
Yeah, that is a song. I don't want to put peanut butter in anyone's hair anymore.
I'm glad that you've...
Nope. I bet Spencer is laughing at that right now. I bet he loves it.
You've made strides.
I've talked to him a few times since.
You've made strides as a person.
Anyways.
Okay, let's wrap this up real quick.
High school. It's over. Thank God.
Close the yearbook. One of these was McDonald's. The other one was McDonald's. Who was who?
I think A was the Keurig. Was it?
No.
I was wrong!
That's the first time ever.
That's everyone chalk it up.
A came from McDonald's.
Yeah.
and B, came from the Keurig.
Wow.
Because A, it has that, to me, I knew it because it had that classic, it's been out for too long.
Well, guys, chalk it up for the history books. Nick has beaten me in the coffee challenge for the first time ever, and he will never win again. Let's make that clear.
I didn't
Love
know it
you
was a
guys.
challenge.
Until next time on Raleigh's Roast, we are going to have guests coming up. We won't be quarantined forever. We're going to have guests coming up, and very excited about it. Be on the lookout for new music from Raleigh Keegan on Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes. And as always, make sure you hit the subscribe button on Raleigh's Roast Podcast and share it with a friend because we're here to entertain you. Thanks so much for all your support. It helps more than you know to share, subscribe, and like videos and all those good things like that. So until next time, we are out, right, Nick?
Yes.
Just really quick, guys. Hey, Nick, did you know that every time someone subscribes to this YouTube channel, that another leprechaun finally finds their gold?
Oh, that makes me really happy.
So what? All right, yeah, that's it. Subscribe.